Hi everyone, my name is Nicola. I am simply a stitcher. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, it's great to have you, and if you are returning, thank you for coming and spending some more time with me today. So today I'm going to do a stitch with me. This will be one with some chat. I'm working on my Leonid Afremov piece. This is Night Cafe and supersized max colour version. I'm working it 2/1 tent stitch in a sort of a little square via like a stepped parking method, because it's the only way I can keep control of tent stitch. So yeah, working each individual square. It's a large piece. It's a supersized max colour. Here is the mock-up. I'm working up in the top left corner where the cafe sign is. It's almost 1,000,000 stitches. It's one that's going to get some extra work next year once She Sleeps is done. So yeah, we're going to have about an hour of stitch time. It's me and Hannah in the house at the moment. Andy and Lauren have gone to school and work respectively. Or work and school, should I say, because that made it sound like Andy was in school then. Although Andy has just gone up to take Lauren something that she's forgotten. It's a Monday. So yeah, I'm just going to move squares because I can get this one in the middle of the screen. I've done 135 stitches so far, and we'll see how far we can get in this hour or so. About an hour and a half of stitch time today. I am working today. It's Monday as I film this. Tomorrow I'm in the office. I've got my Christmas get-together. It's going to be like a virtual team meeting because our team, I work in a team of remote workers. But I'm going into office and I shall spend some time with a couple of the ladies from my team who do come in. We'll go out and catch up over some kind of refreshment. I don't drink, so it'll be something non-alcoholic. And yeah, we'll have a little time together before Christmas starts, because I won't be around much in the early part of next year, considering I'm having this dental work being done and so on. So yeah, but I hope everyone's keeping well. I'm just kind of plodding on. It was Hannah's birthday yesterday. We all went out for lunch and she thoroughly enjoyed her day. She had lots of lovely happy birthday wishes on our Simply Stitcher Facebook group, which she is a member of. So she saw those. So yeah, we are plodding on, countdown to Christmas. The shopping is done. The Christmas shop, that is. I've still got a little food shopping to do, which I will do this week, because I do not go out on Christmas week shopping if I can help it. And considering that it's Christmas Eve on Monday, Christmas Eve on Tuesday, and Christmas Day on Wednesday, if I've got that right, yeah, that ain't going to happen. So yeah. So I've got some comments to go through, which we're going to have a look at in a moment. I just do want to take the time to remind you that I do have the Simply Stitcher and Friends Facebook group. Heading towards 300 members, which is phenomenal. We chat, we share ideas, we help each other, enable each other, and when I do a live stream, I do open a thread, and then we share our work in progresses, so others can see what we've all been working on. I also have the aim thread for next year, no goals, because people feel and put themselves under pressure with a goal to achieve. We're having a little fun with an aim. You know, let's see what we can do. If we meet it, we meet it. If not, we're not. And every participant on that thread will go into a draw next year. I'll do some RAKs at the year end and send out some patterns. But yeah, if you want to join, the link is in the description below. There are a couple of joining questions. It helps to screen out bots. So please do, if you are wanting to join in, do answer the questions. Almost 2,500 YouTube subscribers now, which is absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, to each and every one of you, I thank you all. I mean, it's a couple of years ago that I became sort of monetized and, you know, started to, you know, got to the over 1,000 subscribers. It's taken me a long time to double that. But yeah, it's slowly growing, and I'm really happy. I do enjoy making the YouTube content. It's fun for me, and you know, my stitching life is very much a distraction from the daily grind, as I'm sure it is for a lot of people. So sometimes we can pop a video on, drift away into the stitchy world, and it's escapism, isn't it? I've really enjoyed watching some Flossmas this year, although I haven't done any myself. I have really enjoyed watching other people's Flossmas videos. It's kind of sad in a way that some of these Flossmases have come to an end. But I do understand it's a big commitment to undertake doing a video daily when, you know, it's Christmas. People have got things to do. So family and other commitments which do need to be met, as well as the normal sort of, I suppose, run-of-the-mill stuff like work and so on. And then obviously the additional stuff that Christmas brings. So yeah, as I said, I've got some lovely comments, and I will start with those. We're looking at Floss Tube 48 at the moment, which was a couple of weeks back now. First comment. Oh, I hear Hannah coming. Here she comes. Good morning, Hannah.
Cake for breakfast.
Cake for breakfast, yeah. Breakfast of Champions, birthday cake. Oh dear, excuse me. So yeah, first comment is from Daphne. You've made great progress on your whips this week. It is so nice of Lauren to offer to narrate for you for a short time. We'll be thinking of you in February. I think you can get to your goal of 500,000 stitches in 2025. Happy holidays to you and your family. Thank you, Daphne. Yeah, so a couple of us have had this crazy idea of setting a very high stitchy goal for next year of 500,000 stitches. It works out at 1,367 per day, but I'm not the craziest, because Andy, who's the crow stitcher, has pledged that she wants to get to 600,000 stitches next year, which is utterly phenomenal, and I really do hope that she can make it. Whether or not I'll make my 500,000, I don't know, but hey, it'll be fun to find out, and that's the main thing. Needs to be a bit low, this, doesn't it? There we go, that's better. So yeah, we'll see where we get to. When I have days, some days where I can do over 2,000 stitches, but then I have days like last week. I went into the office. I actually took my crochet squares with me, and I did 200 stitches that day, which is nothing really in the grand scheme of things for me. So it'll be fun to find out and see how far I get. Kay, who is a Sussex stitcher, also comments on that video. It was where I showed my 2 other pieces that I got from unconventional cross stitch or unconventional X stitch. The Van Gogh and Lord of the Rings inspired pieces, and she says, so casual in adding another 500,000. Yeah, you see, absolutely, to achieve my 500,000 stitches aim, I would just have to complete those 2 pieces, but me, I'm going to have 25 ongoing next year. So yeah. Hannah is busy eating a birthday cake for breakfast. This is her custom on the day after her birthday.
You make room for Christmas food.
Are you making pantry space, are you? Oh, well, when you put it like that. Yeah, she had a smashing day, didn't you, kid? So, Sandy, my lovely friend, comments on that video as well. And she says, lovely update video and progress on your whips. So glad to hear that you're taking care of yourself, mental health wise. Sometimes it's not easy. No, it's not. Absolutely not. Well done on losing this time. Yay, 5 to go. Still 5 to go. I hope you get resolution at work too. I love the Gecko Library. Well done on winning the voucher. Glad to hear Dennis is home now too. Thanks for sharing. Take care, happy stitching, and see you tomorrow night. And Sandy is one of my lovely friends who joins in on the live streams, and your support is truly appreciated, Sandy. Thank you. Yeah, we're all glad Dennis is home. He was in fine form yesterday, but Hannah said to me the day after, or a couple of days after he was home, sent me a message saying, Grandad's absolutely fine. He's shouting at things that fall down in the bathroom. And that's very true for him. You always know that he's okay when he's having a good shout and swear at things. Isn't that right, Hannah? Mm. So our focus is keeping him in good health for Christmas. So that is our main aim, isn't it, kid? Keep him in good health. He'll come here for Christmas Day. Hannah will go home with him and spend Christmas night at his house. Then he'll come back on Boxing Day for his lunch and drop Hannah off at the same time. So, yeah, he gets plenty of Christmas company. And he's not on his own. We don't like it if he's on his own, so... And it's now become a bit of a tradition for Hannah to spend Christmas night there, hasn't it?
Last couple of years.
Well, it wasn't last year because he was in hospital, but yeah, I get your point.
Apart from last year.
Jane 22. I do enjoy your progress on envy. Could you please show us avarice at some early point? I will. If I do remember, I will show it in my whip parade a little later today. So you may have already seen it by the time this video comes out. She Sleeps Herself is fantastic and so lifelike. Yeah. I think the max colour helps with that. I do enjoy your Lord of the Rings work. Yeah, absolutely. She said, yes, look after your mental health and congrats for losing the £5. It's £5 to go still, Jane, rather than actual loss of £5 that week. She says also, I will mentally hold your hand through February. I hope that helps. Thank you very much. It's fantastic to know that you guys are very supportive of what I'm doing. I've looked after myself physically this year, and that will continue into next year. Keep going with getting to my weight loss goal and help and improve my physical and visual self. You know, I mean, I do things like having my hair done regularly. So, you know, it's my time. You know, I said to Andy, it's my time now. Somebody's having an early chortle out there, kid. Can you hear him?
I don't like people early and loud.
No, me neither. 966. Thank you very much indeed, Jane. Okay, Sarah Hill comes in also and says, I've been having treatment for my top teeth. They put temporary teeth and implants in. My speech was slightly different, and I can now smile after 2 years. Hopefully you will be fine and it makes a difference. Yes, I hope so too, Sarah. Thank you very much. It's always good to hear these stories that, you know, show me that this is going to be the right thing to do. Then I have a lovely long comment from a lady called Michelle Paquet Savary. Sounds French. And she has left me a wonderful comment. It says, I watch your videos all the time, even if I've seen them before. And I do watch the ads. I do that for most YouTubers as it's a great way to help. You're an inspiration to a lot of people. Please don't let the idea of dentures worry you. I was 28 years old when I had to have my teeth removed and replaced with dentures. Pregnancy was not a good thing for me. It's one of the best things I've ever done for myself. No more pain, etc. It was wonderful and my confidence was way up instead of down. If I had a chance to get my original teeth back or keep my dentures, I would in a heartbeat keep my dentures. That is a good thing to hear. Thank you. You're an amazing lady, and I'm happy to have the pleasure to know you. Thank you so much, Michelle. That's lovely. Thank you. That does fill me with confidence. When I read your comment, it filled me with confidence over what I'm doing. I think the waiting time is a good thing, but it's kind of a bad thing because you're waiting and you think, yeah, well, I've got to wait because it needs to be done at the right time. But then it's a bad thing because your mind starts to swarm with all this, the nagging doubts that sort of come in. But it's so lovely to hear such a positive story, and I thank you for that. Linda loved to stitch. She's gone under Andy's chair again. Angel.
I don't know because she sat staring at me. Seems to be a favourite hobby at the minute.
What, to stare at you?
I'm nervous.
So Linda says you've made great progress on your whips. As she sleeps, it's looking so beautiful. Listening to all your projects will be starting is mind-boggling. Yeah, but when they start to come out, Linda, they make perfect sense. I love it. Your needles will be on fire. Here's hoping. I can't wait to see you work on your bizarre bookshelf. Well, it's on the wheel. If it's not here by the 1st of January, which probably won't be, I will have to temporarily take it off because I can't have a project on the wheel that isn't physically there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. It's a popular piece, and there's a few people I know that are working on it. Nikki from Nikki Crafts is one of them. But yeah, I've seen it in the Gecko Roots group as well, and I'm looking forward to that one coming out and getting started. Oh, Hannah, what are you doing? Wrecking the joint? Oh, I've got a jingly ball for the cat. Okay, so again, another wonderful message of support from Curly Crafter, who says, I wish you only the best with your dental work. You'll be amazed at your ability to talk and eat with nothing. I am at the tail end of major dental work and I've improvised with everything. Mine started in February 2023 and I'm hoping to be done by year end. If you'd like to chat or have any normal questions, then feel free. Thank you very much. Keeping you in my thoughts during your journey. That's great to hear. Thank you very much indeed for that. It's one thing I've found since saying about what I'm having done is it's more common than I thought, that lots of people have had to have similar treatment. So it's definitely much more common.
I'm going to feed my cat later.
Okay. Why? Because you're getting stared at?
Possibly, yeah. I ain't got much time. Got too much to do.
She'll still stare at you later on, Cat problems. Off you go and get ready then.
It's Christmas jumper day.
Yeah.
And how much are we betting I'm the only one in a Christmas jumper?
I would say that you're entitled there to your wrong opinion because everybody loves Christmas jumper day.
how many people have actually looked to actually see that it's Christmas jumper day?
You will be surprised.
I don't think I have.
Hannah, trust me. Stop fretting. You'll be fine. Okay. Patty Miller comments also to say, hi Nicola, I really enjoyed how you added another 500,000 stitches to your rotation like it was only 1,000. That was great. Yeah, just casually adding it in. I've been on the gentle journey that's starting for you. I'm grateful I can say it wasn't as tough as I imagined, so I'm hoping it's the same for you. I was working in the public eye, so I wore a mask before they were a thing, and most people took it in their stride. It all feels weird at first, but the best tip I got from my dentist was to talk to myself as much as possible. It helped me get used to speaking with dentures very quickly, and it helped me speak clearly more quickly. I hope your journey goes as well. Thank you, Patty. That's some great advice. I will endeavour to do that, and I will do it whether or not I've got dentures or not, I think. So from the second that my work starts, I will just try and keep up a constant chatter and patter, and sort of see how I go. It's going to be very weird for me, but yeah, you just have to see how it goes. A few confetti's coming up in this bit. Oh. Aussie Craft Mum. Another lovely lady who's had the work and said, I just want to let you know that I've had all my teeth pulled and dentures put in, and it's totally changed my life. I'm 40. I no longer get dental abscesses and pain I was used to, and I can eat many more foods again. Good luck with it all. That's a really, really positive comment as well, so I thank you very much for that. Oh, caught a thread there, look. I think I'm actually, even though my teeth are damaged, I'm actually not in any pain. It's just that my teeth do move quite a lot, and they are abscessed underneath or infected underneath, apparently. Not that I would know, because I feel no pain. I have a very high pain tolerance, pain threshold though, so it's not a terrible thing that I can't feel it, because my threshold is very good. Always has been. Yeah, I mean, I had 2 of my 3 children with no pain relief. So when you can do that as a woman, you can do anything. Let me just try and move this camera down a little way. That's it. Because I don't want it to disappear. Bless you. Hannah sneezing away upstairs. She's got a bit of a winter cold. I think Andy has made me a pumpkin spice latte, and I detest pumpkin spice. Yuck. Christine Foster says great progress this week. Thank you, Christine. And goes on to say the treatment sounds like it will be rough. I'm hoping not, but it will be worth it. I hope you heal quickly. If you can't do videos during that time, I'll watch old videos so you still get some revenue. Thank you very much. That is much appreciated. I am going to try and do what I can, even if I'm not facing the camera. And, you know, Lauren has very kindly volunteered to be a narrator for me, which is lovely. And anything that, you know, we don't mop up, it'll get put on the screen kind of thing. And Stitch With Me's will still be a thing, but there won't be any chatty ones. And then I will just, you know, spend some time, once I've recovered, catching up on the chatty Stitch With Me's in the comments. But yeah, we've got a plan. We've got a plan. Okay. Trucking along, lots of thread changes. Just move that along again a little bit. There we go. Okay, Dopamine Stitcher, Natasha. She says, I've been eyeing those Colin Thompson Gecko roost charts for a while. And I was so excited when I saw one. You showed one as a new start for next year. I can't wait to see the progress on it. Yeah, I was looking at it and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, it's in a similar vein to the Amy Stewart bookshelves, that there's lots of little bits that come up in between the books. So I'm quite excited to see it develop under the needle. Because I think there will be lots of little surprises. I mean, I don't know if you remember a few weeks back, I was working on my stitching shelf and all of a sudden there was a bunny. You know, and last year when I was working on it, there were all of a sudden some bluebirds, and you know, the stitching shelf is just, it's full of surprises. So I'm hoping that, excuse me, that Bizarre Bookshelf will be along the same vein. I'm sure it will be. She Sleeps looks so good. Great stitching progress, says Lynn Cordova. Yeah, I'm very, very pleased with She Sleeps. I had a little bit less stitchy time on it this week, but we're still looking at a February finish at the earliest. So, you know, it'll be fun to see if I do meet that, how that develops. That'll be good, won't it? Once I've even started everything in 2025 and I'll have already finished something. It'll be quite fun. Okay. So, my beautiful friend Missy, who has been with me pretty much from the beginning of my YouTube and stitching journey. She's a lovely, lovely lady. She says, she's over in Denmark, and she says, thank you for a lovely video again. I've been away from your channel for a while. My mental health is bad. But I just want to say I know what a monumental thing you are going through with your dental work. I had mine done this year in April. Missy, I'm sorry to hear things haven't been good for you. And I do hope that, you know, you're through the worst and on the other side. And as I've said to you before, I said to all of my friends, my inbox is open. So, you know, you are not alone. You know, you can always reach out and have a chat. You know, if it makes you feel better, just have a chat. I'm quite happily, even if you just want to pop into my inbox, just rant and get something off your chest. It's absolutely fine. You know, talking, never underestimate the power of talking, even if it's by the written word. You know, it can make you feel so much better to get this stuff out. So, you know, my inbox is always open. So she had hers done this year in April, and it was a big thing. In Denmark, you can get it all done in one go in a surgery, but I won't lie, it's painful. It takes a bit of time to get used to, but it's given me a lot more confidence and a bigger smile. There are things you have to learn, how to eat and so on, but if you want someone to talk about it, I'll be there for you. It's hard for someone you know to know how it is if you haven't been through it. And then Missy also says, I will always watch your videos. Thank you, Missy. Sounds like your experience was a little different, having it all done at once. Mine is going to be in stages, so I don't imagine that it'll be a comfortable few weeks, but I would imagine it will be a bearable few weeks, because I don't suspect for 1 second that I will be left in any sort of severe pain or discomfort. I think the dentist would not allow that, and yeah. But thank you very much, Missy, and like I said, I do hope that you are riding your own little storm and you're coming through the other side. Okay, Catherine from Catherine Stitches says, amazing progress as always, 500k stitches in 2025. I can't wait to follow along. Best of luck with your dental treatment. Thank you very much, Catherine. I will be regularly updating the progress on the 25 stitch goal, 25 projects, the 500,000. I'll be chatting about it quite a lot. Back to floss tube number 46, so a couple of weeks before, and Natalia, who was Mermaid's Cove, official Mermaid's Cove, leaves me some hearts. Thank you so much. As I said before, any engagement is engagement. So even if you do just leave me an emoji, it's much appreciated. Sometimes YouTube does not allow me to see these comments, but I know that they're there because they do come up in the comments to be approved. But then it doesn't allow me to see them, to put a heart on them, but I do see them all. Right, so next one, GR8, Drake, great, to BK, to back. While you are amazing, I'm so proud of you on your journey. I'm on a similar journey as well. I absolutely love all of your stitching work and look forward to seeing your progress in all things. Thank you very, very much. That is so much appreciated. Like I said, until I started reading these comments, I didn't realise just how many people have had to go through something similar. So that for me has been the most astonishing part and the biggest learn, that there are a lot of people who are having the same or similar treatment. Deborah Skopoulis, please tell me I haven't butchered that because I'm terrible, says, good luck with the dental work when it happens. Thank you very, very much. These have been quite good, these threads to me today. I've been able to part them in the adjacent block rather than the underneath one, which is good. Noreen Curry, I understand what you're facing with the dental work. This is on my last chatty with Envy. I had my teeth pulled in June of this year, and much to recover from. Having the new dentures is quite the challenge. I work hard at speaking and enunciating my words. I eat differently as the bottom plate does not fit as well as the top. I use adhesives but find that may not last all that long. I'll be thinking of you. Thank you very, very much. And you know what? Thank you to everybody who's been so open in what challenges that they've faced if they've had this work done, because it's extraordinarily helpful. I can't tell you how much that does help me. I definitely feel I don't feel alone in this journey. And, you know, I'm so happy that you guys are understanding. Leslie Duncan leaves me some hearts, and as does Kashi, and a little wave. Thank you very much indeed, ladies. Okay. Been a bit of a confetti block, this one. But now we've got some block stitching to get to the bottom. And as does Karen Ennis. She also leaves me some hearts. Thank you so much. Monique Gorgian says, you are a strong woman to get the dental treatment. I myself am very afraid of the dentist, but in the last 10 years I went, and I'm glad I did. Yeah, I am not a fan of the dentist either. I think for many of us of a certain age, dental treatments have changed an awful lot in the last sort of 30 years. But when we were children, dental treatment was often brutal and unpleasant, to say the least. So, you know, I think there's many people who were not, who hated the dentist. There's many of us of my generation because of the difficulties as small children. And Jennifer also leaves me some hearts and a little needle and thread. Thank you, Jennifer. Jennifer Burr, that is. Mermaid's Cove was catching up on a couple of videos here, Natalia, because she now comments on number 47, where my stepdad was in hospital, and she says, I'm glad your stepdad is currently getting the best care. He absolutely did get the best care, and we couldn't have wished for better for him. We could have just wished that it was a little quicker at the beginning. All right there, Hannah?
I feel like a marshmallow. You've seen the side of this.
It's because you had your hair in plaits and crimping and stuff, isn't it?
I crimped it, yeah, but the problem is it was that big and puffy after I crimped it. I didn't get much choice but to plait it last night, because it was either plait it last night or spend about an hour detangling it this morning, and I figured I'd go for the easier option.
Yeah. Long hair problems. Hannah crimped her hair yesterday, and now she's paying for it because she's a marshmallow. Okay, let's just grab out some 3766. Our lovely Maria. Stare at this coffee. I don't really like it, but you know. Sorry for not being with your stitching, Nicola, says Maria. Had a lot going in the real world. Keep the stitching going, and most of all, Nicola, good progress. Thank you, Maria. you know, I absolutely understand that people have, you know, their lives and things. So, you know, don't ever feel, you know, bad about missing a video or a live or whatever. You know, people join when they can. And I don't ever, you know, hold anything against people for not coming in, you know, so please don't ever think that. But it's lovely to hear from you, Maria, and I hope you're doing okay. Then she comments about Andy. She says it sounds like he's full of cold. I think he was okay. He just sometimes just sound a little different. If he's been out working, been out filming and stuff, the weather changes and stuff can change the way that you speak, the timbre of your voice, can't it? But yeah, all good. So on my last chatty stitch with me, Kay comments and says, oh, excuse me, may your troubles be in the corporate be small, have a good week, and don't let the beggars get you down. Yeah, my troubles in the corporate were indeed small. Do you know what? I have a lovely supportive manager, and you know, I can always sort of go and talk to her and say, look, I'm having a bit of a problem, and she's always willing to give me the time and to listen. So Carla, the lovely Carla Rebello, leaves me a little smiley with some hearts. Thank you very much, Carla. Always glad to see you coming and joining me from Portugal. And on my last chatty stitch with me, Karen Ennis says, I'm sorry you have to go back to work. Oh, me too. May we all win the lottery. Yep. Could definitely do with winning the lottery. No. There we go. Not many more comments to go, but I had another beautiful comment from the lovely Kashi, and she says, hold on a second, just park this one. She says, Dear Nicola, I just wanted to take a moment to thank you for all the lovely floss tubes and the beautiful cross-stitch content that you share. Your creativity, passion and attention to detail is truly inspiring. I always look forward to your videos and feel so motivated by the projects you share. You have such a wonderful way of bringing the stitching community together, and I'm grateful for the joy you bring to it. Thank you again for everything you do. Warmly, Danny. Thank you very, 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 very much. It's kind of always been a thing of mine. I'm just going to move the camera in a second. That this is a community and it's a no.
My jumper's got a hair all over it.
You look fine, Hannah. People know you've got a cat, don't they?
Some, not all, and even them. I like to look clean.
But you look gorgeous. Give up with yourself. The lint roller's in the kitchen. So yeah, I love this community. I receive such a lot of support from it myself, and you know, for me, it's about sort of giving back to the community too. Hence with the group, and you know, the conversations that we have in there and the support we give each other. It's
sorry, people love it. You don't have to open that.
Okay. So yeah, the support and stuff that we give each other, for me, it's very important. So just doing a lint roller for Hannah. There you go. Yeah. And you know, I think in this, I've always had not the mindset, that's the wrong word, but cross-stitching can be a very solitary hobby. There aren't many of us that know stitches in real life, but if you can make an online world feel like real life, even if it's for one person, for me that's a success. I very often get people say to me when we're doing a stitch with me or whatever, it's like that they're sitting in the room with me. And that is exactly what I wanted. What I wanted out of YouTube, what I wanted out of doing the live streams and the stitch with me, is that you guys feel that like I'm sat next to you, you know, like I'm your companion. We're in the same room. We're all sat on a comfy, squidgy sofa, you know, with a stand at our feet, and we've got a cuppa, and you know, we're having a chat. And that's what I want more than anything. And you guys helped me to do that. Yeah. Take it back into the kitchen.
Does that look alright now, wouldn't it like?
Yes, it looks gorgeous.
Oh, I can take some more.
You do know that when you get to work, you're going to be looking down at it and going, oh, I need that lint roller again.
Oh no, I'm not taking it to work. I'm doing it.
Right, go on, off you go.
It'll have to do.
Dear, oh dear. So, yeah, you know, my community is because I know one person in real life who cross stitches, and I've not seen her for 2 years. So, you know, I know that I'm not the only person that has that. Okay. And, you know, and I'm motivated by a desire to help others as well and to inspire others. And, you know, if by me doing I mean, I know that some people have started floss tubes because of me, because I've encouraged them to do floss tube. And it's very hard putting yourself out there, putting yourself into the world for people to see you. I mean, my first videos were like, wow. I mean, obviously it was very different back then. You know, and now for me, with the whole family getting involved in live streams and so on, it's lovely.
You don't really change much.
I have changed.
I don't think I ever do.
Yeah,
No,
we evolve. We do evolve, Hannah.
Yeah.
You know, we change how we speak, and you know, we change our likes and dislikes, and you know, all the rest of it. We do.
My likes and dislikes change on a daily basis.
Oh, I know. Tell me about it. Lots of things about you change on a daily basis, kiddo.
Including work.
Yeah.
Some
Well,
days I can't
speaking
wait
of
to go
work,
in.
off you go.
I've got a minute yet.
No,
Some days I can't wait to go in. Some days I dread going in.
that's normal
For who?
for everybody. Mona Ortego says, I've just found your channel. I love everything you do. Welcome, Mona. Thank you very much. And I do hope that you stick around and continue to enjoy my content. It's my pleasure to make these videos. Are you off then, my lovely? Okay, what time you finished today?
3 o'clock.
Cool. Shopping at 5.
Yeah. Oh, they found out about her birthday, by the way, but they agreed not to make a fuss.
Okay.
So I might be doing her birthday now.
All right. Don't be upset if there isn't one, though, because she did say, please don't make a fuss.
Oh yeah, I'm not expecting one.
Yeah.
I'm not completely bothered either way. If there's one, there's one. If there's no, it don't matter because I won't get fed up to them anyway. So,
Yeah.
you know. Right, I'm going.
All right, my love. See you later. Okay, flush tube 49 says, our lovely Norma, your stitching numbers are amazing. I look forward to January, when I'll be able to stitch on a regular daily basis again. Right now my days are consumed with mostly baking, stitching taking a back seat to the baking. Go girl, all your projects are gorgeous. Thank you very, very much, Norma. Much appreciated. She Sleeps is stunning, says Linda Love to Stitch. I love all your pieces. Happy stitching. Again on Flush Tube 49. We're going to have a clutch of those comments now. Yeah, She Sleeps, as you all know, I did struggle in the beginning, but I have truly fallen in love with her, and I want her to be finished now because she is so pretty. And I try and work on her every chance I get. And like I said before, like I said on that video, I'm very lucky that I get a lot of stitchy time. More than the average Joe. I work for 7 hours a day. I can stitch for up to 8 hours a day, depending on my getting up and bedtime. And, you know, like today won't be so much. I've had a couple of hours this morning. I get my hour at lunchtime, and I'll only get like maybe 3 hours tonight. So I will only do 6 hours today. Tomorrow I'll get hardly any at all. But then, you know, Wednesday when I'm working from home, I'll get 2 to 3 hours in the morning. I'll get an hour at lunchtime, and then I'll get, you know, from 5 o'clock onwards, you know, until sort of 10. So, you know, I'll easily get 8 hours. Oh, I've just left a stitch floating, but never mind. Try not to do that on this piece. 606. You amaze me, says Laurie, the lovely Laurie Clark. I wish I could get that stitch count in a month. Okay, months. Keep it real. Yeah, I had over 10,000 stitches that week. And it was a bumper week, but then I didn't have anywhere to go or things to do. You know, I stayed at home and I could focus on the stitching, and it was fine. And I think that's the thing. If I'm not working and I'm stitching, I'm focused. I am focused in. I am 100% wired into that stitching. And if I have a piece that's got a lot of block stitching in it, happy days. Lord of the Rings stained glass, it takes me like a nanosecond to get to my 1,000 stitches for my rotation stitches on it, because it's just so easy to continually stitch for black. All I'm doing is I'm not having to ferret around looking for a different colour. I'm just literally pick up. I've got a little baggie of some black thread. I've got some on the floss card, but I've also got a little bag with that Lord of the Rings stained glass, because with it being 18 count and 2 over 1, I tend to use longer strands. So I've got a little baggie for the Lord of the Rings stained glass, and you know, once I'm just sort of taking the thread out of that, it goes super quick. Yeah, I can get my 1,000 stitches done on that in 3 hours if it's all nice and blocky, which usually it is. And you know, mindless stitching I can do no problem at all. So yeah, we just crack on. this one, sometimes I get lots of stitches in really quickly, and other times it takes ages. Like today, it's taken a little bit longer because there's confetti. So okay. Ooh, excuse me. Tori says, "Hey Nicola, I simply love your channel and I watch all but the ASMR videos. I don't chat because I watch on TV and I'm stitching while I watch. Question, you've mentioned that you own several cones. I'm curious about how you store them and how they interact with your master set. I started buying them for the heavy hitter colours, but I haven't taken them out of the shipping packages because I'm not sure how to store. So the way I do this, Tori, with my cones is I have them in just in a lidded plastic tubs to keep them dust free and stuff, and I try and use tubs that are not see-through, because you have to be very careful with cones. If you store them in like a tub that's see-through and they're in sunlight, you could bleach out some of the colours. So a plastic tub with a lid on it, keep them dry, keep them out of sunlight, out of direct sunlight, and happy days. That there's no sort of magic formula with cones. I know that people who kit, like Sarah, I think she has hers in drawers. But for me, they just sit in my conservatory space, and any that is in clear tubs have a cover over them, because I don't want them to get bleached out with the sun. So that is the way in which I store my cones. That is, for me, is the best way. Just remember, out of direct sunlight and somewhere that's dry more than anything. Cool, dry place, like you would, keep flour or sugar or whatever. Beautiful Nina from Nina Hobby Site. Thank you so much for all your beautiful Flossmas videos, Nina. Says, she sleeps is beautiful. Great progress. Your goal for next year is awesome. Thank you very, very much. And I have to say, as I say, I've loved watching your Flossmas, because I've seen aspects of your life, which is completely different to mine. I mean, if I was to do a Flossmas in a similar vein, you would find it very boring. But where you live, it's beautiful. The scenery, the way of life is just stunning. Then my last chatty stitch with me, our Sandy comes in and says, I really enjoyed stitching along with you and hearing your lovely comments. Thanks for sharing. Take care and happy stitching. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, I'm about to drop off here. So, yeah. $720. Okay. Thanks for the shout out, says Natasha, the dopamine stitcher. on Floss Tube 49, and thanks for explaining how your rotation will work next year when you start adding in those new starts. I was really curious how it would work. It's inspiring and enabling me to add in more new starts. Yeah, so yeah, they're just going to slot in wherever they are drawn and go into the rotation. And I will update my video description when I add in a new start. And then, you know, say for example, if it's drawn between Sailing Fairy and Daughter of the Deep, that is where it will stay. Let's get rid of these thread ends. And I still plan on continuing the same 1,000 stitches over 2 days per project and a Sunday stitch next year as well. So I kind of rotate in a couple of different ways, really. Okay. I think I'm just looking forward, though, to having much more variety of pieces to work on. I'm not fed up by any stretch of the imagination with the pieces I am working on. It's just that I'm now down to such a, you know, to 7 in regular rotation plus my focus for a finish. And it just sort of seems that I'm getting a bit samey. Stitching on the same old, same old. I think even Andy's looking forward to my new starts, and he keeps trying to get me to have a new start before the end of the year, but it's not working. And Patricia Pillin says, a great stitching week, and I love your progress. And then another question I have from Olhak. Hello, Nicola. I always look forward to your videos and watch them as soon as you post. I am loving She Sleeps. Oh, yes, me too. And plan to start it next year. May I ask, why did you choose the max colour versus the regular version of the chart? Well, it's a simple question of definition for the max colour. I felt that if I was to do the max colour, because of the detail and the skin and so on, the more subtle the shading, the better it would be. And I felt that with it being such an intricate chart, I didn't think 90 colours or whatever the standard was would do it justice. You know, hence me going for the max colour version. It just added that depth and dimension of detail, and with such as the berries on it, it made them, you know, pop so much more. It made them so much more visible. The shading for me was infinitely better. And, you know, yes, okay, you get patches where the confetti's quite heavy, and in some ways it can get quite annoying when you get a big patch of heavy confetti. But the result is so worth it when you take a step back and you look at it and you think, wow, that detail absolutely was worth it. It was worth, you know, 250 colours or however many it is. I'm not sure how many colours She Sleeps is, really. I think I've got about a dozen, 10 or 12 zeros on it now, so let's have a look. Nope. I want... No. Stop being silly, Pattern Keeper. View PDF. It is 237 colours in She Sleeps. And, you know, 237 instead of 90, you're going to get subtle shading, more true to the artist's original image. And, yeah, I'm I am super happy with how it's turned out. Judy Stone, absolutely wonderful progress. She Sleeps is gorgeous. So just doing a mark off. I'll miss seeing her when she's done, but I know another beautiful piece will take her place. Yeah, this one gets bumped up to extra stitches until mid-year whip parade, because with almost 1 million stitches, this one definitely needs some extra work. Have a great week, she says. Thank you. And then my comment was on my floss tube was that Sharon will be the first one to comment to say, or will be one of the comments to say, I'm in training for next year with the amount of stitches that I do. Because Sharon Fennell is also looking at doing 500,000 stitches, and she says, you know me so well, great stitches as always, and keep the training going. Yeah, I do plan. And lots of comments on live stream saying hello, from Patsy, from Lynn, who says hi Nicola, Andy and Lauren, listening while I'm at work. And also from Karen Ennis says she is catching the replay. So thank you very much, ladies, for your engagement. And I will leave it there because the next comments are on ASMR, my last ASMR Stitch With Me, which I will hold until my next Chatty Stitch With Me. Let me just move the camera again a wee touch. So, yeah. But that is all my fabulous comments, and thank you all so much. I really, really do love to read them and chat about them, and obviously when I do my live streams, to interact with you guys as well. It's lovely. And we've got about 15 or so minutes of stitchy time left. And if I can think of anything else to say, I will chat away. But I don't know if I will. We'll have to see. Where am I parking this thread? Oh, there. There. No, I'm stitching this stitch actually. There we go. Oh. I lost one of these ball tip needles yesterday. I was pulling a thread through with the needle, and I obviously wasn't holding the needle strongly enough, and off it pinged, never to be seen again. However, when I did get the magnet out to look for it, I found 2 other needles, standard ones, and Andy was like, well, at least there's not something that's going to land in my foot. I'm like, well, no dear, I found 2 other needles, and they wouldn't have gone in his foot anyway because they were down the side of the sofa. Luckily I have a little stash of these ball tip needles in now. After being a convert to them, thank you to Sandy who sent me my original needle. I do now buy the ball tip ones, and they are a game changer. They really are. I would still use the standard needle. I think if I travelled with my stitching, I'd take the standard needle because I wouldn't want the risk of losing the ball tip one. They are expensive. They work out at like nearly £2 per needle. So yeah, I I will still happily use the standard one, but yeah, the Baltic ones are my jam now. No matter how much I move this, it's still just slipping, isn't it? Sorry if you can't see it very well. I read an article, I've been doing some knitting this week, and I read an article saying that Tom Daley, the Olympic diver, is apparently doing a knitting show. I did double check the date, it wasn't April the 1st, so I'm inclined to believe that. Of course, Tom Daley is quite the knitter. Yeah, that'll be quite interesting to see. I'm doing a tunic top for Lauren and possibly Hannah, but she may not want it, so I will have it instead. Don't know how long they'll take. I've only done like 8 rows, I think, at the moment. So it's nice to knit for a change. I mean, obviously I knit, I crochet, I stitch. It is nice to knit for a change. And the wool that Lauren is having is purple, and the other one is electric blue. And the other one is going to be in electric blue, which will probably be mine because Hannah is a fusspot. Much as I love that kid, she ain't half fussy. Fussing over a Christmas jumper today because it's got she's got long hair, Hannah. It's waist length, and when she brushes out her hair, obviously she loses strands of hair, and she was fusspotting because there was a couple of strands of hair on her Christmas jumper. We love her though. Yeah, she had a lovely day yesterday. Stop moving, camera, or stitching, whichever one it is. Lauren finishes school on Friday for the Christmas break. I think she's quite looking forward to it. Her school do a Christmas dinner for all the pupils, free of charge. The teachers and the teaching staff serve it to the students. She's quite looking forward to that. And then she'll finish around 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock or whatever it is on Friday, 2:30, I think, on Friday. Terrible mum not looking. And then that will be her for the Christmas break. So yeah, I think she's quite looking forward to that. Hannah's not working Christmas, but she will be working New Year. And we haven't got our Christmas opening and closing times yet. I would assume that I will be working on Christmas Eve up to the bitter end, and then off until the day after Boxing Day. That's what it normally tends to be. So okay. Two threads in that hole. That one is wrong. Yeah, that's right. Just get rid of those. There we go, that's better. Okay, that one, 817. Ooh. Treble six. All of a sudden it just kind of falls into place and bosh, lots of stitches. Let's get rid of these. Get in there. This is a nice fast little square once I've got rid of these last couple of confettis. And then it's just going to be a case of filling in. Right. Okay, so that is a good place to leave today. So 370 stitches now. So I was 135, so 235, 235, 235 stitches done. I filled in that block. I filled in that block. I started on that block. I've got a partial block down here, which is why it's an odd number. I'm kind of all over the place on this one. Filming down there was going to be very difficult, hence me moving up to the top. So I'm just going to leave the video with my usual reminders. 3 videos will be appearing on your screen in a moment. If you've not seen those, please do go take a few minutes to have a look. I release a floss tube on Tuesday, Stitch With Me's on Thursdays and Saturdays, and I live stream every Wednesday and Sunday at 7:30 p.m. UK time. Of course, do keep an eye on my community tab because approaching Christmas, that is subject to change. But other than that, thank you all very much indeed for watching, liking, subscribing and commenting. You'll find the links in the description box below. You should find the links in the description box below this video. If not, you'll find it on my floss tube. for my Facebook group and for my Buy Me a Coffee. So thank you all very much indeed for watching. Do take care. Happy stitching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.